Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry to startle you. Love hearing all of these conversations. Well, thank you all for coming today. I know it's a glorious day outside, so it's super tempting to be there instead of in here, but we appreciate your effort to come in and join us. So let's get started. First, to start off, I'd like to welcome all of the MWCC staff, administrators, guests, and all of our TRIO, RX, and Vision students. Thank you for joining us. We're pleased that you are here to celebrate the efforts and achievements of our students. We're excited to host this hybrid ceremony for our in-person and our remote students. The RX and Visions programs, as you all know, are TRIO student support services programs that are designed by the Federal Department of Education to support students who are either first-generation college students, students from low-income backgrounds, and then students with any kind of disabilities. About 75% of the population at Wachusett Community College meets at least one of those criteria, if not more. So join the majority. These programs have been a part of the academic fabric of Wachusett Community College for the past 46 years and helped thousands of students persist and graduate in college. We will begin with lunch, followed by the presentation of awards. To avoid congestion, please wait until Gloria directs your table to the buffet at the back of the room. If you notified us about a dietary need, just check in with the staff at the back and they will help you. Thank you and welcome again. I have it on good authority that the cake has been cut. If people are waiting on dessert, please go help yourself. There's also plenty of food left if you want seconds. Go ahead. We're going to get started in a couple of minutes. So if anybody wants any final rounds at the buffet, this is your time. If you have friends or family waiting elsewhere in the college or outside and they'd like to join us at the back of the room, you're also welcome to let them know. We'll get started in a couple of minutes. Thank you. All right, we're going to get started. Every year, the TRIO program staff selects a guest speaker for our award ceremony. This year's speaker is Nikki Ramos. Nikki joined us in the 21-22 academic year, just when everything was on its head because of COVID, and eventually graduated in 2024 with an associate's degree in legal studies and a 4.0 GPA. She transferred to UMass Lowell for her bachelor's degree. We're glad that she's here to share some of her thoughts today. Welcome, Nikki.
Okay. Can everyone hear me okay? Okay, great. Good afternoon, everyone. Before I begin, I would like to take a moment to thank President Vanderhoeven and everyone in the RX Visions program for having me here today. I would also like to give a round of applause to all of the award recipients here with us. You should be very proud of your accomplishments. Perfect. Can the back hear me? Perfect. Okay. My name is Nikki Ramos, and I am a 2024 graduate of Mount Wachusett Community College. I graduated with a paralegal certificate and an associate's degree in legal studies. My journey to where I am today started off in a traditional fashion, but it did not end that way. I went to a 4-year institution straight out of college many, many years ago. After many struggles there, including a lack of supports, I dropped out with a 2.3 GPA. I said to myself, I can go back next year or the year after. However, that turned into over a decade later. During this break, I worked in human services, I got married, and became a mother. I was happy with my life, but the fact that I never graduated from college continually plagued me. In 2022, at the age of 36 years old, I decided it was time to go back to school. I applied to the Mount for a paralegal certificate, and I was thrilled when I was accepted. Shortly before classes began, I experienced a catastrophic shift in my health that would redefine my identity, both as a student and a person. A month before classes started, I was diagnosed with central nervous system lupus. This condition causes inflammation of the brain and spinal cord, leading to a range of symptoms, including optic neuritis, seizures, severe fatigue, muscle spasticity, speech and cognitive issues, among many others. Reeling from this diagnosis, especially my declining eyesight I was now experiencing, I went and met with my visions advisor, Angela. I was registered for a full-time schedule, and believing there was no possible way I could handle school at this point, I intended to drop out again. When I met with Angela, she said the 6 most powerful words that would define the rest of my academic experience. How about starting with one class? At that moment, Angela made me realize that the number of classes that I took did not matter. All that mattered was that it was one step closer to earning my degree. Angela connected me with disability services, who assisted me with accommodations to help support my new learning style. I had to learn how to learn differently, how to read and learn with my ears instead of my eyes. With these supports firmly in place, I was able not only to complete that first class, but I added an accelerated class later on that semester. I decided to go a step further and complete an associate's degree, a step that the TRIO program made me believe was possible. As I sat at my first TRIO award ceremony that spring, I was in awe of the alumni speaker and all the award recipients, especially the Visions Award. Little did I know that years later, I would have the honor of accomplishing both. As an online student, I wanted to connect with the student body to deepen my engagement with my academics and the college. I decided to run for Student Government Association. However, I needed 7 fellow classmates' signatures to be placed on the ballot in a place where I knew no one. I turned to a place that I felt comfortable in and would support this ambition. I walked over to the TRIO office and asked Stephanie if she would help me meet some students to complete this task. Stephanie dropped what she was doing and walked with me to the Student Center, helping me to connect with fellow students. Gaining these signatures, I ran and won a place on the SGA, and I eventually won a seat as the SGA treasurer. Wanting to further broaden my leadership skills, I became an executive board member of many clubs and honor societies, including Saga, Delta Alpha Pi, and Phi Theta Kappa. When an opportunity to apply for the RX Visions Leadership Program arose, I jumped at it. This series, led by Angela and Amy, had a profound impact on how I viewed leadership and my role as a college leader. Dealing with a relapse of my condition in the middle of the series, I was embraced with an incredible amount of support from everyone in the group, making a profound impact on me. At this point, I realized that I had the desire and drive to become a disability rights advocate. I wanted to change how the world viewed people with disabilities and expand equal access. I realized to do that, I needed to enact policy changes, with the college being the ideal place to start. I was unable to take on a full-time course load due to the demands of my disability, as well as being a mom. The college had the president and dean's list, which recognized the academic achievements of full-time students. Realizing that many part-time students like me were not recognized for our academic accomplishments, I decided that needed to change. Over the course of a semester, through a series of meetings and presentations to the SGA and various other college committees, 2 lists were officially approved to honor the academic achievements of part-time students. Lists you know today as the Distinction and Excellence lists. During this time, I took a class that I found especially challenging, legal research and writing. This class explored the world of legal writing, learning skills that at the time seemed almost like mastering another language. Desperate for specialized law tutoring I could not find anywhere else, I once again turned to Angela in the Visions program for help. Upon realizing that there were no tutors available to assist with this course, Angela, a licensed attorney, offered to tutor me for an hour once a week to help me master these new skills that would be critical for any career in law. Frustrated each week and almost in tears at times, Angela reminded me that, like learning to learn with my ears, this was one skill I would eventually master with repetition. It was another example of how this program reminded me to never give up and how hard work and dedication always pays off in the end. As I came into my last semester here at the Mount, I met several times with Sarah to discuss my transfer options. While I maintained a 4.0 GPA throughout my time at the college, I recognized that I needed to apply to a college willing to work with my unique medical circumstances, as well as being solely online. Sarah expertly guided me through all of my options before landing at UMass Lowell. Nervous about transferring, she reassured me that I now had all of the tools in place to be successful, no matter where I went. Words that have stuck with me until this day. I applied and I was accepted to UMass Lowell. After my transfer to UMass Lowell, I decided to build upon my leadership skills the TRIO program helped me develop, combining them with my love of disability advocacy. I am now a member of the Department of Developmental Services North Central Citizens Advisory Board, advocating for individuals with disabilities in this state. 2 days ago, I graduated summa cum laude with a bachelor's degree in liberal arts with concentrations in legal studies and disability studies, a dream I could have never imagined 4 years ago. In the fall, I'm heading back to UMass Lowell to complete a master's degree in criminal justice. The TRIO program believed in me before I could believe in myself. The support I received, one second, sorry about that. My pages are staying together. The support I received from them during my time at the Mount is something I will always carry with me during all of my future endeavors. I will leave you with a few words of wisdom I have learned along the way. It might not seem like it now, but you will get there. Each class gets you closer to your end goal, no matter how many you take at a time. Take advantage of every resource available to you, including the TRIO program, disability services, and the Learning Success Center and TRIO program tutoring. If you have the opportunity to apply for the RX Visions Leadership Series, take it. You will not regret it. One person can make a profound impact on the lives of those around them. Trust your journey. It may not start out or progress the way you imagined, but it will always lead you to where you were meant to be. Above all, never give up. If my words here today inspire even one student to keep moving ahead in their academic journey, then I have accomplished everything I hoped for today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nikki. That was inspiring, and you are an amazing person. Thank you. So last week, the college hosted the Evening of Excellence to honor students in a variety of categories, ranging from students who have won scholarships to honors, special achievement, curriculum awards, and presidents and dean's keys. RX and Vision students were awarded 18 scholarships and prizes. We're so pleased that your hard work has been recognized in these forums. Now, I would like to present the names of students who have earned special recognition through the RX and Visions programs. For each category, please stand as I call your name and remain standing till the end of the category. Our primary goal, as everybody knows in the Visions and the RX programs, is the academic success of our students. Academic success can be seen in a couple of different ways. One is strong ongoing grades, and the second is achieving your graduation goals, whether that's a certificate or a degree. Today, we'd like to recognize our RX and Visions program distinguished achievers. These are students who have earned a GPA of 3.3 or higher based on a minimum of 24 credits completed by the end of the fall 2025 semester, as well as our 25-26 TRIO graduates earning a fantastic 127 certificates and degrees this week. As I call your name, please stand. Our distinguished achievers: Francesca Alicia Vasquez, Camila Alves Fernandez, Andres Arsenault, Melissa Baker, Crystal Barjona, Jasmine Barry, Gloria Birungi, Carissa Boulay, Savannah Byrne, Yonelis Cabrera, Stephen Carden, Sophia Casanari, Xavier Cruz, Kwame Darkwa, Gladys Diaz, Monique Drake, Edmanuel Encarnacion, Liliana Encarnacion, Becky Erhawi, Saba Fanos, Sierra Fleming, Courtney Fox, Cassidy Goodale, Deborah Graham, Leah Grelis, Elsa Guerra, Maite Gutierrez, Kylie Guillot, Timothy Haas, Angelica Heredia, Brianna Higgins, Brittany Jimenez, Aneha Jones-Graham, Wayne Yurgalit, Olivia Kihu, Rose Kikoyo, Ann Kimani, Annalise King, Jennifer Knight, Elena Leclerc, Ashley Liriano, Kimberly Lorette, Kaylin McDermott, Lindsay McDonough, Charles McNair, Nina McQueenie, Denora Mejia Caballos, Denora, Sam Moores, Cody Mosher, Riley Mulligan, Madeline Neal, Janet Oteng Agaiko, Amy Pasquito, Christian Paydos, Nathan Plummer, Oliver Prigg, Charlie Ribello, Giovanni Rodriguez, Olivia Ruscioni, Ivy Sasu, Laura St. Cyr, Christina Stanikmas, Kelly Sunderland, Lissa Tone, Melissa Toussignon, Jacob Uba, Sanjay Vyas, Jessica Watts, Melissa White, Jessica Willard, Taylor Wilson, Gabriel Winant, and Sarah Yoba. Congratulations, everyone. Have a seat. Earning certificates this semester are Trinity Bergeron, Amy Burgess, Jacqueline Bouchier, Whitney Degnan, Kayla DeBerto, Denise Gomez, Tamara Hadley, Kelsey Houghton, Jose Loridor, Marilyn Morocco, Ivikar Naret, Marcia Nims, Rebecca Raymond, Evangeline Rios, Lashonda Rollins, Ryan Siponma, Crystal Swartz, Brooke Taglieri, and Mustafa Tembo. Our distinguished achievers earning a certificate this semester are Augustin Arua Vargas, Mateo Barbosa, Kayla Bose, please rise, Gianna Braccini, Crystal Carden, Abigail Duncan, Nellie Feliciano, Chelsea Gaudette, William Griffin, Nadine Hopkins, Kayla Kagwe, Rachel Lucia, Bella Murphy-Mance, Lizette Nudaranavong, Amber K. Puckett, and Carolyn Varela. Congratulations. Students earning a degree this semester are Michael Aiello, please rise, Seth Allen, Destiny Batista, Daniela Bove, Nico Benitez, Betty Jo Case, Chelsea Kamir, Allison Clapp, Kaylee Colby, Emily Culver, Natalie Fisher, Luke Fontaine, Nicole Gagnon, Jennifer Hunt, Jenny Karagosian, Mary Katona, Michaela Matave, Zachary Martin, Crystal McCarthy, Taylor Odell, Abigail Oforiwa, Mackenzie Oikola, and Tara Petruno. Along with, sorry, I'm not done. Page turn. Marissa Richards, Angelina Ruiz, Yasmani Torres, Solimar Trosh, Sebastian Uloa, Zoe Vanderpooy, and Allison Williams. Now clap. Our next category is Distinguished Achievers Earning a Degree. Kimberly Andrade, Marnita Blackwell Washington, Renee Bluen, Andrew Botcher, Andy Burnett, Olivia Carrigan, Shania Casey, Courtney Castriota, Kayla Cintron, Hagar Krenzel Mack, Jen Dintana Santo, Yesenia Francia, Leonardo Garay, Melissa Gates, Isabel Gonzalez, Peter Hapchi, Onexus Harris, Luis Hernandez, Emily Corey, Mariah Linsky, Liam Mountford, Tatiani Oliveira Souza, Holly Palmer, Emily Paulikowski, Nefi Pereira, Alyssa Perez, Gladys Patibois, Laura Pruati, Alexander Rosa, Kendra Scott, Veronica Shelton, Tiffany Tasca, Angelita Torres, Anna Uphold, Isabel Vining, and Garrick Wilkins. Congratulations. Next, we have students who are earning both a degree and a certificate this year. Please rise. Victoria Blanchard, Clayton Clark, Evelyn Dolores, Tristan Floyd, Ariana Gonzalez, Rihanna Laterion, Stephanie Merritt, and Tracy Tamas. Congratulations. And last but definitely not the least are our Triple Crown winners, distinguished achievers earning both a certificate and a degree this year. Aliyah Del Toro, Stephen East, Tiffany Maloof, Jensen Reynolds, and Sarah Theriol. Congratulations. For those of you who are graduating this semester and will be participating in the ceremonies on Wednesday, please see one of us in the tent prep area for an RX or Vision pin that you can wear with your graduation regalia. Look for Elena, Alex, Amy, or me in the tent before you go in for your ceremony. Next up, we'd like to recognize our leaders, our TRIO leaders. Over the past semester, a group of RX and Vision students have participated in the TRIO leadership program. During that year, they have worked to gain a better understanding of themselves and to develop their leadership skills. I would now like to invite Alex Mahan to recognize their achievements of the students who successfully completed the program.
Hello, everyone. Oh, I gotta bring this down. I'm too little for this. All right, get my speech ready. All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Alex Mahan. I, along with Elena Lucetti, this spring facilitated the RX Visions Leaders Program with an engaged group of students, Garrick, Tatiani, Anna, Milo, and Heather. The program is designed to help students explore leadership in ways that feel accessible and applicable to their everyday lives. Rather than focusing on traditional leadership roles, we spent the semester looking at how leadership skills show up in group settings, decision-making, and personal growth. We began by focusing on confidence and comfort zones, encouraging students to consider how growth often comes from trying something unfamiliar. From there, we explored personality and leadership styles, the difference between leadership and authority, and emotional intelligence. Throughout the program, students demonstrated a willingness to reflect, participate, and challenge themselves in new ways. It was rewarding to see them begin to apply these concepts to real situations and recognize that leadership as something that can be actively developed. The team came together and did a fantastic job running the mid-semester gathering on March 25th, where they facilitated an engaging and relaxing origami demonstration. Thank you so much. I've never done that before, and I still need some practice, so y'all are gonna have to come help me out. Oh man, please join me in congratulating our TRIO leaders. We have Garrick Wilkins in the Visions program, Tatiani Oliveira Souza in the Visions program, Anna Uphold Visions program, Milo Morin in the RX program, and Heather Pearl in the Visions program. Come on up. We're gonna stay and take a picture.
Hello. And go with them. Oh, and Heather's here.
Here we go.
Next up, we'd like to recognize our transfer students. 48 students this year are planning to transfer to a four-year school in the fall. Some of the schools that RX students and Vision students have applied to and been accepted to are the University of Massachusetts at Amherst, Lowell, Boston, and Dartmouth, Holy Cross, Elms College, Fitchburg, Salem, and Worcester State Universities, Mass Art, and Southern New Hampshire University, along with the University of Tampa. Who's going to Tampa? I want to come visit. The following students are transferring. From the Visions program, we have Michael Aiello, Seth Allen, please rise, Carolina Cuaro, Nico Benitez, Andy Burnett, Olivia Carrigan, Hagar Krensel Mack, Alea Del Toro, Jen Dintinsanto, Tristan Floyd, Yesina Francia, Leonardo Garay, Melissa Gates, Isabel Gonzalez, Mayte Gutierrez, Timothy Haas, Peter Hapchi, Onexus Harris, Luis Hernandez, Jenny Karagosian, Mariah Linsky, Stephanie Merritt, Liam Mountford, Taylor Odell, Abigail Oforiwa, Tatiani Oliveira Souza, Kera Oikola, Holly Palmer, Tara Petruno, Alyssa Perez, Alexander Rosa, Angelina Ruiz, Della Sullivan Diaz, Abigail Thompson, Yasmari Torres, Sebastian Uloa, Anna Upholt, Garrick Wilkins, Allison Williams, Elizabeth Young. From the RX program, we have Destiny Batista, Allison Clapp, Monique Drake, Stephen East, Mary Katona, Veronica Shelton, Angelita Torres, and Zoe Vanderpooy. Congratulations and good luck in your new colleges. Next up, we have our Achievement Awards. These acknowledge the merit of RX and Visions participants who in their own special way have set a positive example for other students. To be considered for these awards, students must have maintained satisfactory academic progress and have a minimum of 1 year's participation in the program. As I call your name, please come to the podium to receive your certificate and wait in front of the backdrop till all names are called. First up, we have our Progress Awards. These honor students who have been especially successful in overcoming significant obstacles in the pursuit of their education and have shown remarkable progress. This year, the Progress Awards go to, from the Visions program, Kelsey Houghton, Jasmine Knight, Ren Lafleur, Sophia Martins, Khadija Mabenge, Kaylin McDermott, Brenda Patriquin, O'Brien Porter, Ivy Sasu, Ezra Schlier, and Crystal Swartz. Congratulations. From the RX program, we have Shelly Diaz, Gally Felix, Tabby Gable, Marilyn Gomez, Tracy Gonzalez, Brianna Higgins, Riley Marshall, Milo Morin, Shani Ovile Robiero, Mora Silva, and Kirian Tapia Nieves. Congratulations all. Next, we have our Initiative and Pride Awards. This award is presented to students who have demonstrated their exceptional motivation to succeed. They understand the importance of maintaining a positive attitude. They refuse to be deterred by temporary setbacks, and they have clear goals and take the initiative in achieving them. The recipients of this year's Initiative and Pride Awards are Francesca Alicia Vasquez, Mateo Barbosa, Amy Burgess, Xavier Cruz, Leonardo Garay, Deborah Graham, Jenny Karagosian, Cheryl Mohammed, Alessa Perez, Laura Proetti, Amber K. Puckett, Alexander Rosa, Alexis Tolentino, Anna Uphold, and Jonathan Wales. Pretend like you're friends. From the RX program, we have Melissa Baker, Cindy Blackson, Casey Blackwell, Renee Bluin, Laura Couture, Monique Drake, Saba Fanos, Sierra Fleming, Leah Grellis, Brittany Hawkins, Angelica Heredia, Mary Katona, Anjali Masson, Quinn O'Rourke, Liani Rivera, Courtney Vasella, and Jessica Watts. Every other college presents the RX and Visions Trio Awards and Scholarships to recognize the achievements of students who best exemplify the qualities that make for personal and academic excellence: a positive attitude, hard work, and the willingness to seek assistance and support to achieve their highest potential. This year's RX and Visions Awards for continuing students will be presented by Stephanie Chansey, Alex Mahan, and Amy Morey.
Hi everyone, thank you for coming this afternoon. This year I have the honor and privilege of presenting our first Visions Award to Kayla Bose. Congratulations, Kayla, come on up here. So I know fit checks, you can stay right there, thank you. I know fit checks are pretty popular right now, but instead I just want to take a minute to check out Kayla's shoe of the day. She is a sneakerhead with an impressive collection of about 50 pairs, and she keeps them all safe in their own plastic cases. She has Nike on today, but Adidas is her favorite, although she hasn't been impressed by them lately. But just to throw that out there. But back to why we're here. Kayla was chosen for this award because of the tenacity and grit she has shown throughout her life, her impressive academic achievements, and because of the kind, caring, and hilarious individual she is. At first, Kayla's story might seem pretty standard. She grew up in Auburn, Mass., played basketball and softball throughout her childhood. She likes sports and is a big Celtics fan. She enjoys being outside, hiking, and has an amazing dog named Jax. While all these seem like regular people things, Kayla is in fact superhuman. Kayla's superhero origin story did not begin with a bite from a radioactive spider or anything like that. It began with a diagnosis of Crohn's disease at just 6 years old. To be brief, Crohn's disease is a chronic, painful autoimmune condition that causes inflammation in the digestive tract. Despite this diagnosis, Kayla showed resiliency as a child and teen as she endured the painful symptoms while still attending school and sports. She required surgery due to the damage Crohn's disease did to her intestines, causing her to miss most of her junior year of high school. But she persevered through this difficult time. She completed her classes and was able to graduate from high school the next year. Kayla then needed to support herself financially right after high school and worked for a few years before attending Quinsigamond Community College in Worcester State. She earned an associate degree in education and worked as an ABA assistant in the Auburn Public Schools. Kayla's natural kindness, compassion, and humor make her well-suited to work with children with special needs. She has shared stories about her students and the strong relationships she built with them and their families. It seemed like she had a bright future working in education. Unfortunately, after 9 years, Kayla had to stop doing the work she loved because of Crohn's disease. And in 2022, her life changed drastically when a second Crohn's-related surgery did not go as planned. Kayla's intestines were significantly affected, and this resulted in something called short gut syndrome, which is a rare chronic condition where the body can't absorb enough nutrients from food and has resulted in needing 6 more surgeries and multiple hospital stays over the last 4 years. Despite the daily painful symptoms, the debilitating fatigue, and the need to maintain an extreme level of self-care, Kayla wanted to keep working and learning. Since she could not return to a job that required her to be so active, Kayla decided to enroll at MWCC and study graphic design with the idea of pursuing work that she can do from home. Kayla is enjoying her GID classes and is especially grateful for department head and professor Leslie Cullen, who has been very supportive of her success in the program. Kayla has been hospitalized at least once every semester, but being superhuman, she just does it. You know, like the Nike slogan? In December 2025, Kayla earned a graphic design certificate and continues to work toward the associate degree. Kayla is in the GID lab all hours of the day, only taking breaks to shoot hoops in the student center or warm up by the heater in my office. Kayla has recently branched out from graphic design, and she took journalism this spring after adding the public relations certificate, and is the creative genius behind the design of the 20th anniversary Mount Observer magazine. In addition to these incredible accomplishments, she also has an impressive 3.9 GPA. Kayla, we are so proud of everything that you have achieved so far and know that you will continue to excel in your classes at MWCC and as a work study for the Mount Observer in the fall. You are superhuman, and you truly embody the old Adidas slogan, impossible is nothing.
Okay, I'm up next. All right. Hello again. I am incredibly grateful and honored to be here today presenting the second Visions Award to Dinora Mija-Ceballos. It's a privilege to spend a few moments just sharing how extraordinary she is. So come on up. Now you get to stand here. Awesome. Dinora truly exemplifies what it means to be a Visions student. She's determined, resilient, deeply family-oriented, a devoted mother, an active and valued member of the Visions program. Although she joined the program in 2024, I met Dinora this academic year, and from the beginning, we connected very easily. I've been so thankful for the opportunity to work with her and get to know her better this past year. Dinora began her journey at MWCC in the fall of 24 after working various jobs in the restaurant industry and traveling back and forth to Texas. She received some loving and perhaps slightly persistent encouragement from her mother to stay in Massachusetts and start college. Dinora embraced the opportunity as a chance to build a better future for herself and her family, and she quickly found a home in the Visions program. It didn't take long to see how greatly Dinora cared about her education and her commitment to success. Over the past 5 semesters, she has earned a 4.0 GPA, reflecting her incredible work ethic and determination. That often meant staying up late after hours until the house was quiet to finish assignments, or regularly attending tutoring through the Learning Success Center to master the material. Dinora approached every challenge with dedication and persistence, and if you ever see her sitting at a computer, there's a very good chance Blackboard's open and she's checking her grades. But what makes Dinora's accomplishments even more impressive is how she balances everything outside of the classroom. Along with working 2 jobs, attending school part-time, Dinora is also the mother of an amazing son, Oliver. Being a student parent is no easy role, but she carries this with care and strength. Family is clearly at the center of Dinora's life, and from what I've seen, she truly is the heart of her family. This semester, her family experienced a tremendous loss when her beloved stepfather's health declined suddenly and he later passed away. During that difficult time, Dinora stepped up in every way imaginable. By advocating for his care, supporting her mother and siblings, and helping hold her family together through heartbreak, even while carrying all that grief, she continued to work hard and stay on track in school. There is no doubt that Oliver has a strong and inspiring mother to look up to, and I know her stepfather would be so proud of her. Denora has also been one of the familiar faces of the Visions program as both a dedicated participant and a student worker. Whether you were greeted by her at the front desk or spoke with her on the phone or saw her at some of our seminars, you know the warmth and kindness she brings to our community. Denora has taken full advantage of the support systems available to her at MWCC and encourages others to do the same. She often speaks about the support she has received from Anne and the Child Watch team, as well as tutors from the Learning Success Center. As the first-generation college student, Denora understands how overwhelming higher education can feel at first, and she reminds others to not be afraid to ask questions or to seek help. Building connections and using campus resources has helped her thrive academically and personally. And for all these reasons and so much more, we are so proud to present the Visions Award to Denora Mijas Ceballos. Please join me in congratulating her. I think Amy's up next.
That's a big act to follow. I'm going to invite our RX Award recipient, Zach, to come up and stand awkwardly with me up here. This year's recipient of the RX Award is Zach LeBlanc. He's been an active participant in the RX program since fall of 2021. He just finished the first year of the associate's degree in nursing and is on track to graduate in just 12 more months. Zach started at the Mount as a student fresh out of high school, as so many do. At that time, he wanted to do something in the medical field, but not nursing yet. That is a long commitment, and he wanted to do something quicker. He pursued our medical assisting program, which was a challenging path. It was full-time only, combination of full semester and cycle courses, in person, online. It was a lot. Zach will tell you that he struggled. There's always a transition period from high school to college, but this one was particularly hard. Within the first month, Zach was failing when he needed to maintain C+ in all classes to keep moving forward in medical assisting. He got back on track by working with his professor to understand the online components, by putting in the time needed to earn the C+, and by increasing the amount of time he dedicated to his studies. He knew he was capable of earning the grades, he just had to put in the effort. Zach completed the medical assisting certificate, which led to a per diem position within the Haywood healthcare system. He was able to start working less than a year after starting at MWCC, and that opportunity made all the difference. He went on to complete the medical assisting degree, but during that time, he wanted to circle back. What about nursing, he said. Zach was getting good experience as a medical assistant, but he was looking for something with a bigger paycheck. He's interested in working in pediatric endocrinology as he himself has type 1 diabetes. He went to many doctor's appointments as a child and definitely feels this is the area in which he can excel as a healthcare provider. The first semester of nursing school confirmed that this is the career path for him. He has gotten used to the rigor and expectations of a nursing program and has done really well. This spring semester, the focus was maternity and pediatric nursing. Not at all interested in maternity, but really enjoyed pediatrics because of his personal interest. The second year will bring medical, surgical, and psychiatric nursing, which will only round out his knowledge and clinical expertise. He plans to follow his education with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing from Fitchburg State. Zach's advice to other students is to be honest with yourself. If you are not happy with your grades, look at what you're doing. Are you spending time wisely? Are you studying as you should? Are you focusing on what you need to do? Are you truly committed to doing this right now? There have been a few times when Zach knew that the reason he was behind was only him. There was no one else to blame. He took responsibility for those lapses and made whatever changes needed to get back on track. He also says, as many of you can appreciate, it's easy to become distracted with other responsibilities like family and work. But if you want to become a nurse, it will require all of your energy and focus. He always takes advantage of the free gym membership because exercising and working out provide a good outlet for him to make sure he stays on track in the classroom. Zach, we are so proud of what you've accomplished so far at the Mount. You've already earned 1 certificate, 1 degree, and in a short year, you'll add the biggest initials to date, RN. Congratulations on earning this well-deserved award. Congratulations.
I would now like to invite President Vanderhoeven to announce the President's Awards for students who are graduating or transferring to a 4-year institution.
Thank you, Gaurav. Good afternoon, everyone. It is great to see you all this afternoon. We have the speeches.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Sorry.
No. Usually bring your own side.
Awesome.
You get this. There's the second one.
Excellent. Thank you. Sorry about that. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome and thank you. I love this time of the year because I get an opportunity to see kind of the fruits of the labor of the last year or two for our students. And it's awesome to see so many of you who have been successful both inside and outside of the classroom. It's an honor to be here this afternoon. Every once in a while, I kind of forget, and I'm sort of joking here, I sometimes forget what the definition of a community college is, right? You know, I've worked in community colleges for 25, so this morning, I opened up the dictionary to read the definition of a community college success story. And what popped up was Nikki Ramos. You came up in my search of what makes a successful community college student. It is such an honor to have you back here. Congratulations on your graduation 2 days ago. Congratulations on your next steps. And I always think about Nikki because for some reason, people think that I'm supposed to think of everything because I'm the president of this college. I'm like supposed to know it all. I'm supposed to be responsible for everything. And sometimes incredibly good ideas come up, and when they're brought to me, I think, why haven't we been doing that for the last 55, 65 years that the college has been in existence? I mean, really, why? Like, not one person has brought this up and shared it or done what it takes. And so bringing up the idea of really honoring and respecting and valuing and acknowledging part-time students for their academic efforts is really, really important. And I just remember sitting in my office and having you present that to me. And as you left the office, I'm like, we don't do that already? Like, it just is such a great idea. So if you ever have a good idea, don't think that everyone knows it and they're not just bring it up, share it. So it is my honor now to be able to share with you our President's Awards. And for the first two are for the Visions program. And I would like to have Andy Burnett come and join me. Oh, but not yet. No, not yet, not yet. Our first President's Award recipient is Andy Burnett from the Visions program. Andy understands better than most that the most meaningful things are made thread by thread. She is a crafter, a weaver, and a crocheter. No, is that right?
Crochet and knitting.
Okay. Yes. That's going to be hard for me. Okay. In many ways, her time here has been its own act of weaving. The journey to this stage is rarely a straight one, but for Andy, carrying the threads of her academic goals has been a masterclass in persistence. Before she came to the Mount, Andy started weaving her tapestry at the Culinary Institute of America. While her focus eventually shifted from the kitchen to the laboratory, her curiosity to understand how separate elements combine to create something greater than the sum of its parts has remained a constant. When she started at MWCC in 2017, she was immediately a standout. She found footing in the STEM Starter Academy and built momentum towards a degree in engineering. She found her people here, and the future looked clear. But as many of us know, life has a way of intervening. Health and mental health challenges forced a pause, and the global pandemic further complicated the path to healing. For many, that pause might have become a full stop, but Andy never lost sight in her goal. She knew her story wasn't finished. The threads were simply waiting to be picked back up. In 2023, Andy returned to us. She found her way to the Visions program, reconnected with her mentors, and dove back into her academics. Completing her degree required slowing down. This was at times frustrating, but it allowed her to craft a path at her pace, adding new dimensions to her story that would have been impossible otherwise. She's explored different majors and built community along the way. She is a familiar face at Visions events, always finding a way to make the people around her feel welcome, and she shares herself generously. In Andy, intellectual curiosity and genuine human kindness are not competing forces. She is as careful with people as she is with problems, and the people around her are better for it. Andy is a solver. Sound familiar, right? Andy is a solver, whether it is a literal puzzle, a mathematical proof, or the complex task of balancing her deep academic interests with her physical realities. She approaches every challenge with a unique blend of logic and creativity. It should come as no surprise, then, that her faculty have offered the highest possible praise, calling her the brightest chemistry and math student they have ever encountered. The pattern she has built here speaks for itself, an engineering physics degree and a remarkable 3.75 GPA. Amazing. As Andy prepares to transfer to Fitchburg State to study applied mathematics, she's already doing what she does best. She has engaged her new department chair to discuss minors and graduate school paths. She's always looking 3 steps ahead, ensuring the pattern she is weaving leads to a future that works for her. Andy, you have always seen your own potential. Even when the path was obscured, you have brought others along with you on your path to success, and you have reminded us that the most beautiful things take time to create. Congratulations. Our second recipient for the President's Award from the Vision program is Tatiana Oliveri Sousa. Thank you. Some students you recognize because of what they have accomplished. Tatiana is one of those students, but you might recognize her for another reason first. She is, in the best possible sense, a usual suspect. If something is happening through visions, there's a good chance that she is there, because Tatiana has made a habit of saying yes. Over the past 2 years, that habit has made all the difference. What makes that so remarkable is what it took to get here. Tatiana came to the United States from Brazil and spent years building a full life. She had a career, she had a house, she had a life that was working, and then in her 40s, after more than a decade away from school, she decided to come back. Not to try it out, but to come back fully, balancing a full-time job and every other responsibility that comes with life already in motion. That first yes, the decision to enroll at MWCC in the fall of 2024, was not a small one. She didn't arrive with the 5-year plan. She wasn't exactly sure where it would lead, but she showed up anyway, and she stayed open, and the direction found her. When she got here, she didn't just focus on getting through her classes and trying to survive. She found the Visions program and said yes to being part of it, really part of it. She showed up to seminars and workshops that don't always draw a crowd. She committed to working with a tutor from the start, not just when things got hard, but because she wanted to make sure that she was getting everything that she could out of her education. She built real relationships along the way with faculty, advisors, and peers. She is also someone who takes her time. Tatiana doesn't make decisions quickly. She weighs her options carefully and thinks hard about what she wants. She is always externally calm and collected, but there were moments when the internal panic would show through. There were moments when she would sit down with her advisor, Sarah, and say quietly and directly, like it was the most serious thing in the world, "I don't know what to do." And then she would figure it out, usually on her own. And a casual observer might never have known that there was even a moment of hesitation. What showed was someone present, engaged, and always moving forward. She said yes to the Trio Leaders Program, a 7-week commitment on top of a schedule that was already full. She said yes to transfer visits. When Visions organized a trip to Washington, D.C., she was one of the first to show interest. She didn't wait to be asked twice. When asked what advice she would offer other students, she knew exactly what to say. Show up early, use every resource available, and don't wait until things get hard to ask for help. And if you're not sure whether to reach out at all, remember, if you don't ask, the answer is already no. It's a simple idea, and it's exactly how she has lived her time here. Tatiana is preparing to graduate with a 4.0 GPA in criminal justice, yes. And will continue her studies next year, though she's still weighing her options on where. Her confidence has grown steadily. Her goals have come into focus, and anyone who has watched her these past 2 years could see it happening in real time. She showed up again and again and said yes, and that is how a person becomes a usual suspect. Tatiana, you uprooted a comfortable life because you believed there was something more out there for you, and you were right. Congratulations. One of the things that you might be hearing over the last couple of years regarding programs like TRIO and lots of other things is that there's a tremendous amount of advocacy that is needed in order to ensure the future of these programs. And we've been doing that. We were talking, did you ended up going to Washington, D.C., both of you? Yeah, I mean, just the importance of these programs, as you can see in the students who are highlighted here today, is so vital. And our next recipient, the President's Award for the RX program, is actually busy advocating right now, I think at the State House, right? Or in Washington, D.C., great. So I am going to read about our RX program President's Award recipient, Veronica Shelton. But please know that she's doing the good work of being down there in Washington, D.C., advocating for the program and for community colleges. So let me get this. There we go. Veronica Shelton is going to be completing both the practical nursing and the registered nursing programs. She's currently joining us remotely while traveling home from a church group mission with her family. After graduating from high school in Ecuador, Veronica came to the United States at just 18 years old, carrying a dream and the advice of her mom that had always reminded her of keep the good and disregard the bad. In other words, focus on the positives, learn from the hardships, and keep moving forward. That mindset really became the foundation of everything that came next for Veronica. In 2023, Veronica began her journey at the Mount and immediately approached her education with determination and purpose. She showed up to almost every advising appointment with a list of questions, a plan for her next steps, and usually just needed the reassurance that she was on the right path. She independently researched opportunities, including financial aid resources, completing the CLEP exams, and proactively mapping out her academic plan from the very beginning. That level of initiative and discipline is what allowed Veronica to be successful. She first completed her nursing prerequisite courses, earning her place in practical nursing program, and after successfully completing that, she continued directly into the registered nursing program through the advanced standing path. Anyone familiar with nursing school knows there is nothing easy about that journey. But Veronica consistently approached each step with focus, resilience, and a commitment to her goals. What makes Veronica's accomplishments even more impressive is that she completed this journey while navigating nursing school as an ESL student. She needed to translate medical terminology, symptoms, and complex healthcare concepts from Spanish into English while mastering the demanding language of nursing itself. Yet she never viewed these obstacles as excuses. Instead, Veronica believes that with dedication, you build skill, and with skill, you become talented. Throughout her journey, she has also carried the support of her family, both near and far, while getting moral support from their mother and brother from Ecuador. Veronica found tremendous support nearby from her husband and in-laws, who helped provide rides to classes and clinicals for the last 3 years while she worked towards getting her driver's license. All of her family's support helped lighten some of the everyday burdens that came with being a nursing student. As she prepares for the next chapter, interviewing for nursing positions and looking ahead to potential transfer opportunities, she continues to inspire those around her with her work ethic. Veronica's story is also a reminder that it is never too late to pursue your goals. As she put it, time will pass regardless. Whether someone starts school at 18, 30, or beyond, her message is simple: take the chance and keep moving forward. Please join me in congratulating Veronica Shelton, this year's RX Program President's Award recipient.
Thank you, President Vanderhoeven. As we celebrate the accomplishments of our students, we would be remiss if we did not take the time to acknowledge and thank the staff, faculty, and administrators at Mount Wachusett Community College who support the RX and Visions programs and the success of our students. In particular, I'd like to thank the administrators and staff who are instrumental to our work. President Vanderhoeven, Anna Gayat, Senior Vice President of Academic Affairs, Jason Zaleski, Vice President of Student Affairs, our deans, Lori Ochipinti, Kim Shea, Kristen Sweeney, and Missy Sargent. Thank you so much. I'd also like to recognize the faculty who teach RX and Vision students sections of courses and have volunteered their time over the past year for the program. Festus Caprono, Laura Dowland, who we're fortunate to have here today, Lauren LaPerriere, Paula Pikowitz, Tom Valletta, Bonnie Wickland, and Paula Packard. Thank you. In addition, I'd like to recognize the efforts of the TRIO program staff who really make the difference in the lives of our students. Amy Mori, Elena Lucetti, Sarah Pinchton, Stephanie Chansey, Alex Mahan, Gloria Correa, our tutors, Margaret McNamara, Paula Clapp, Leah Horianopoulos, Cassie Johnson, Lorna Rouleau, and Raquel Ramirez, Susan Gonette, and our work study, Denora. Thank you. At these ceremonies, we're working with a limited amount of time and resources, and although we've highlighted a few students, ultimately, this is a time to recognize all of our students. As some of our awardees have shown, it is not always easy to ask for help or share the challenges that you're facing. Their stories are unique to them, but we know that aspects of these stories are reflected in the lives of all of our students. Sitting down and trying to pick award recipients is often the most time-consuming and difficult thing we do at the end of the semester, with so much horse trading going on. But my student has this challenge, and my student is facing that. And it's a wonder that we can actually come to a decision on these awards. So we want to recognize that all of you have achieved something by getting to the end of the semester and getting to the end of this academic year and putting one foot in front of the other and keeping on, continuing on this journey. Congratulations to everybody who's made it so far today. Give yourself a huge round of applause. As President Vanderhoeven said, this has been a couple of challenging years for TRIO programs. You know, these programs are all around the country, and oftentimes they get stuck in political fights or policy arguments at the national level. So that's not something that you guys, we ask you to work on, but if the programs have helped you, tell the story. Make sure that you recognize the difference that the programs have made in your lives so that people know the value of the programs and how they support students get to where they want to go. We will continue to work and advocate on your behalf so these programs exist for future generations, just like they have supported you and existed for you. For those of you graduating and transferring, we wish you the best of luck and our wishes for a great future. Stay in touch, come back and see us. That's one of our best feelings, is when we see students who have gone on and been successful or left. We love seeing our students. And for returning students, we will be here for support during the summer, during the fall. We look forward to seeing you again. Until then, take care of yourself and stay safe. Thank you for coming today.